All right, sir. So who do I have here with me today?
My name is Nick Miracle.
Nick Miracle. That's
Correct.
an amazing name. Nick Miracle. So how old are you and what's your current living situation?
I am 42 and I live in a tent. It's a pretty nice tent, but I am homeless, essentially.
Okay, I like to say displaced,
Sure.
homeless. It's all the same thing.
Unhoused, whatever.
Yeah. What's a day in a life like out here for you, man?
Get up early, make sure to pack up wherever I'm at, just so I'm not leaving a mess. See if I got any projects going on. I do work part-time.
That's amazing.
So if I got anything going on, then I got to kind of plan that out. But if not, I'm gonna try and at least do 10 miles on my bike. See if I can help someone out, and talk to my kids before noon. I always make that a point. And then usually I'll end up delivering on Uber Eats, like at night, you know?
Oh, do Uber Eats?
Yeah.
That's
And,
awesome, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to save up to get me and my kids back into a place, but it's hard out here, man. It's more expensive to live than most people think, you know?
I like to say that, you know, a lot of people, what people don't know is that it's just like a slip, a fall, burp away from being displaced themselves. And at the end of the day, we're all humanitarians, or at least we should be. And I think this world needs to get back to being like that. You know, it's sad. Truthfully, you're someone's child, and everyone who's out here on these streets is someone's child, you know? And there's no way that I could, me myself, pass someone by without at least talking to them, seeing how they're doing. You know, you'd be surprised how far a conversation carries or can
Truly.
go.
Yeah, I wish that more people would just ask, you know, how or you know, why are you homeless? You know, because
Yeah.
I mean, it's only been a few months, and me and my wife worked really hard our whole lives to, you know, we wanted to give our kids what we didn't have, you know. And
Yes,
I grew
sir.
up poor, she grew up poor, and we worked really hard. I got my degree, my culinary degree, she got hers, and we were doing really well for 19 years, and then she got sick, and just out of nowhere, and the next thing you know, I mean, it was, you know, grade 3 astrocytoma, which is a brain tumor, and at that point, there's not a lot you can do, and like you said, I mean, we made good money last year, and all of a sudden she's not working, bills are piling up. I'm more focused on her than the business, and then we lost her.
I'm sorry to
And
hear
then,
that, buddy.
you know, by
That's
that time,
awful.
house is gone, and you know, and so now I'm homeless for the first time in my life. And, you know,
And so that was the story in short, right?
That's the
that's
short.
horrible, man.
that's the short of it. Yeah. That's the
Oh
short of
man,
it,
that
you
is so horrible. I can only, you know, I sympathize, you know, with you and what you just elaborated there. That's awful. I don't even know what I would do if I lost, you know, my wife. Oh, God, that's awful. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
bad. And I can only imagine. I bet you were in some kind of web there where you just didn't know where to turn, what to do, and that's also what caused you being out here, right?
Yeah.
That's, you said bills piling up, things like that.
medical
I mean,
bills and
Yeah.
you know, and the service cost a lot. We don't have a safety net, so it's
yeah,
just like we paid for our own wedding. I had to pay for that. And kids are safe with their mom, and
that's a blessing.
yeah.
That's
I don't
a
get to see
blessing.
them as much as I want. I spend every day with them, but you know,
It's whenever you can or whatever.
yeah.
Does the mom, your mother-in-law, approve of you, love you, like you, things like that?
Not at all.
Oh,
Not at all.
Okay.
She's
so it's that type of situation. I'm sorry to hear
I've always been very outspoken about her life choices. I'll say
that.
that.
Okay.
And so she hasn't really been. You know, it's just
So she's not your biggest supporter.
I'm not
we'll just say
welcome
that.
there. So
Oh, that's awful.
yeah, so it's been tough, and the kids are banging on the door. Dad, when are we going to be back? You know, they want to be near school, and they're 45 minutes away from, you know, in Mesa, and
Okay.
hopefully, I think I'm going to be getting a car next week.
Man, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, so
It seems like you're just you're, you know, from talking to you, you know, it seems like you're just inching it up. You're just going higher and higher and higher, man. I like to see that because I know it can be done.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've done it, and I know it can be done as long as you're, you have the mental fortitude, and you put your nose to the pavement and get going.
Yeah.
That's what it takes. It seems like that's you in short. You don't seem like being out here has totally engulfed you.
No,
like
it has
some
Yeah,
people.
it has in a way.
Okay.
Well,
Elaborate in certain ways, obviously, but I mean,
emotionally,
mentally, you seem definitely strong.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Just
I could rent a room, or maybe an Airbnb,
Yeah.
or something like that. But every day that I stay in a hotel is one more day away from my kids, away from them. So I mean, I'll tough it out and sleep outside, and I because I do work, I'm not hurting, and so.
Yeah.
I think maybe if I didn't pay it forward, I think maybe I paid for it too much. Like,
Yeah, it happens. You get down, you can go down that spiral too.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
happens.
But just this world out here, it's like a whole different world.
Isn't it, man?
You got to be like
crazy,
cutthroat, and like all for yourself, and like, I mean, it's just. I'll tell you what, though,
crazy.
I'm not scared of anything anymore.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'll walk through any neighborhood. It doesn't matter. I'll walk through the desert, and
respect takes you a long way. You'd be surprised.
Yeah. Not a lot of positives, but yeah, I don't know, man. I really, I don't know. I just don't. I don't feel a lot of motivation now that she's gone, and
yeah, I can.
Like, people say, well, you got your kids, and I mean,
That's a big thing, man.
Well, but I got to take care of everyone else, but like, man, I just wish that someone would take care of me every once in a while.
Every once in a while, would feel good, wouldn't it? Yeah.
But
I understand, man.
But I think that everyone out here seems like they have a story, and I don't really get into that so much, but I like to ask people, hey, what do you need? And there's a guy, an older dude named James, who he's toppling his bike with all his stuff, and he can't pull a cart, so I'm going to try and get him a trike tomorrow, see what I can do, and if I fix it up, it's all good, and
that's
sleeping
amazing,
bags, and if I don't know, I think just leaving the world a better place than it was the day before is all I can do, and it's, I just want my kids to be proud of me, and
yeah, definitely, bro. That's awesome you say that. That's true. That's how it should be. I don't know what happened or when it started to be cool to just walk by people and not like say hello. Mm-hmm. You notice that? It just got so bad within the past 10 years or so, 15 years. I mean, God, especially this area here, it used to be a lot, someone, you could say hi, you could smile at someone, they'll smile back, things of that nature. I don't know, it just seems like it's so gritty now, like it just got so bad. No one wants to empathize with what people got going on. You never know. Like I said, I always say this a lot, and I'm a bit rhetorical with it. I say it all the time. I just told you here, people are just a slip and fall away from being displaced themselves. Not only that, with what happened, the big C situation, everybody's ill, they're getting sick, and things skyrocketed in price. McDonald's at one time, you could feed a family of 4 for $10.
Yeah.
Taco Bell also. Taco Bell.
We used to always get the
Jack in the Box, And so now it's almost $100 to feed your family of 4, man. And that's ridiculous.
It's crazy. It really is. And it seems like, I can't tell, because I overthink everything. It seems as if, a lot of people, like in the stores and stuff, or even every day, they have a little animosity towards people that are homeless. But then homeless, there's a lot of individuals that actually kind of mouth off and trash stuff and just act out of pocket.
Yeah.
So I don't know which came first, sort of the chicken or the egg, but it's always perpetuated where, like you said, the humanity's lost because a lot of homeless people give us all a bad rap, and
man,
just because I'm homeless doesn't mean I'm a bum, but I mean, when you're encountering people that are smoking drugs in the bathroom or stealing
right in public, dude, not to cut you off, they literally, this I say new generation, and I say it with caution, because there's people like you that are very respectful and stuff. But on Scottsdale Road, man, it'll be, and I'm surprised it got this far. Like in Scottsdale, that's crazy. And I mean, it's always been in Phoenix, but there'll be 20 to 30 people to a bus stop, passing around bulbs and stuff, things like that.
Oh, yeah.
That is crazy. Right in front of officers. I mean, it's gotten that bad. They don't let people use restrooms no more.
Not at all.
In Phoenix, anyway.
That's where I came from, is North Phoenix, around Greenway and 32nd.
Oh, yeah, so you know.
I live in the square. And
oh, wow.
my kids being in Mesa, I rode my bike all the way to Mesa, which is a pretty nice ride.
Yeah.
And when I was coming back home, it was around Thanksgiving. I came through Scottsdale, and we lived here a long time ago, and I mean, it is rough out here, but relatively speaking, it's almost like a picnic here.
There you
so
go.
I've kind of relocated, and the kids go to school over there, and the school zone that we're in, or the school district, we want them all three to go through it. So I'll make my way back over there when we get into a place, but like you said, man, it's a war zone over there. And,
isn't it?
You know, I mean, right now, sitting here at whatever time in front of Circle K, I'm not worried, but over there, like you said, I mean,
it's awful.
And then, like you said, there's a bunch of people right here smoking whatever.
Yeah, just 30 of them. Leaning, nodding, having the time of, I guess, what they feel their life. I mean, and to the average everyday, working citizen, that has to be heavy on the eyes.
It does.
To say the least,
when you
right?
got kids too, like.
Oh yeah, it's heavy.
Yeah, and that's weird. Like, they'll be doing that, and
right
then all of a sudden a family will come walking up, and then they engage the kids, and it's like, bro, like, do you not? What are you doing? Like, I mean, know your audience. Like,
I've seen one try to hand one a tray. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, like, you're not in a position
guys,
to
this
be
is
doing
awful.
that.
The smell. I mean, and then just the fact that they're not letting people use restrooms in Phoenix unless it's a big box store like Walmart, Home Depot. The little restaurants aren't letting people use restrooms.
Even QT, all that stuff.
QT, it's all locked up, man. You're right. Everywhere, Jack in the Box, no McDonald's. You can't even go in there to order in Phoenix.
You can't charge your phone anywhere.
Awful,
you can't. I mean, you can't do anything over in Phoenix. It's horrible, and for good reason. I mean, for good reason. So, and I get followed every time I'm in a store now, which is so weird. Like, the dynamic. Like,
it's crazy.
I'll even tell the guys, I'm like, can I give you money to stop following me, please?
Like please,
But I mean, it's loss prevention, whatever. So. No,
well,
I hate it out here.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I hate it.
Not to keep you long, man. I got one more question.
Yes,
I always ask, but
yes,
where do you see yourself in 5 years from now, if you could think out that far?
Where do I see myself? Where do I want to see myself?
Where do you want to be in 5 years, essentially?
I want to be back in a home where both my boys are up at NAU, and my daughter's getting ready to graduate high school. She has her own car. I'm running a business again, and I am just doing what my wife would want.
Man, that's amazing.
And as long as we're all together, and the kiddos are happy, and they're already good people, so that's mission accomplished.
Astonishing,
And just as long as we're together, and they're try and rebuild. So no one's ever going to replace her, but hopefully we can live life.
There you go, man. That was
I won't
well
fucking
said.
be here. I know that.
There you go. That's what I was like.
I will not be on the street.
I didn't think so at all, man.
No.
Well, I want to thank you for that interview, man. I always have to ask, do you mind me putting it on my social media platform so I could spread awareness to things like this and what's going on out here?
Please do. Yeah.
Thank you so much, buddy, man. It's you're a gentleman and a scholar, man.
Thank you so
to
much.
say the least, you're very intelligent, and I know you can do it, man. And I hope next time I see you, we get a part 2, and it'll be in a totally different situation than out here, man.
We will be. Yeah.
Thank you so much, buddy.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
All right.